Danone is a story of pioneers. It's the story of the Carrasso family who choose to leave the war-torn Balkans on the eve of the First World War to settle in Spain, the land of their ancestors. In Barcelona, numerous children are suffering from intestinal problems. Ісаак Карассо decides to innovate, and in 1919 he develops a healthy and simple product, still fairly unknown in Spain, yogurt. He calls it Danone, after the nickname of his only son, Daniel. It's the story of Daniel, who leaves home at the age of 18. He continues his studies in Marseille, discovers France, and secures an internship with the Institutut Pastera in Paris. Convinced that Danone can also meet the needs of the French, the young Daniel sets up in 1929 the Société Parisienne du Yogurt Danone, which for the first time in France offers a yogurt made from pure lactic ferments. It's the story of an American dream. As World War II rages across Europe, Daniel leaves occupied Paris and a flourishing company to start from scratch in New York. Driven by his father's pioneering spirit, he acquires an artisanal yogurt shop in the Bronx and sets up Danone milk products in 1942. It's the story of a return to Europe, where everything must be rebuilt after the war. There, Daniel continues to pursue the dream he shares with his father, to meet people's nutritional needs and to innovate for the health of everyone. Danone is a story of pioneers. Danone is a story of encounters. It's the story of Ісаак Karasso's passion for the research of Professor Іллі Mечникова. The Nobel Prize winner for medicine is convinced of the benefits of lactic bacteria for the intestinal flora. Drawing on his discoveries, Ісаак mixes raw milk with pure lactic ferments from the Institut Pastera to create Danone yogurt. It's the story of a sketch that changes everything. Daniel Carrasso, now living in the United States, meets Raymond Loewy, the famous French designer and graphic artist. Loewy, charmed by the drive of this young entrepreneur from Europe, advises him to Americanize the name of his company and designs a new logo for the business. Danone Milk Products is born. It's the story of a genuine friendship and a shared ambition between Daniel Carrasso and Antoine Riboud. The two entrepreneurs share the dream of creating a global brand. They merge their two businesses to create, in 1973, the company that would become Danone 20 years later. Together, they expand to new territories, South America, Asia, Eastern Europe, and give a new dimension to the company. Danone is a story of visions. It's the story of a firm belief. Ісаак Карассо, sure of having a unique, strong, value-added product, decides to sell his yogurt in pharmacies in Barcelona. Recommended by doctors, as of 1923, it is recognized as a healthy, natural product, beneficial for health. It's the story of an intuition. Daniel Carrasso makes Danone yogurt a product of pleasure sold in dairy shops as of 1929. He adds fruit to it, explores new yogurt flavors that he sells in the US and then in Europe. It's a huge success on both continents. It's the story of a visionary speech in 1972.
Il n'est pas possible d'admettre que la croissance abandonne derrière elle autant de laissés pour compte et surtout les travailleurs. C'est une question de conscience collective.
In Marseille, Antoine Riboud lays the foundations of the Dual project, which is an essential part of Danone to this day. He advocates for business to be at the service of humanity, with a company whose mission is both economic and social. Because corporate responsibility does not end at the factory gate or the office door, and because there is only one Earth, we only live once. It's the story of a mission. Frank Riboud gives Danone a new dimension, bringing health through food to as many people as possible, with a company that constantly anticipates and innovates to make its products accessible to everyone on all continents. It's the story of a world in which our health and that of our planet are interconnected. One of the world leaders in food and beverages with a unique health-focused portfolio, present in over 120 countries, Danone and its 100,000 employees are today pioneering the food revolution with a clear and forward-looking vision. One planet, one health. Danone.